Problem number 59. We're given y equals 1 over x squared. Now, because we're using power rule, we need to change this into a negative power here. So this becomes y equals x to the negative 2 power. So we take the derivative of that, y prime. Negative 2 goes in front of the x, multiplying the imaginary 1, which gives you negative 2. And then x then, we have exponent of that, and subtract 1 from this gives you negative 3. And so that's going to give you negative 2 over x cubed. Okay, now we're going to set that equal to 0, since that's what your horizontal tangent is telling us. And we have an issue. There's no way that you're going to put a number in for x and give you an answer of 0. So in this particular case, there is no horizontal tangent. If there's no value for x possible in that, that means it's not possible. If you were to put that into your calculator, you'll see that indeed that is the case. 61. Now we have y equals x plus sine x. And they give us a caveat here that the value of x, because this is a trigonometric function, which means you can have periodic repetitions, which is redundant, but that's what you're going to have. So they say that it should be somewhere between 0 and 2 pi. Oh, they say, but they say don't include the 2 pi. So 2 pi cannot be an answer, because basically 0 is the same as 2 pi. So since you've already counted 0, they don't want 2 pi listed in there. So we're going to go ahead and find the derivative of y. Okay. And if we do that, then we get derivative of x is just 1, because that's a 1 there. Bring that down there. 1 minus 1 is 0. That's 1. Plus, and if you don't remember this, you use your calculus toolbox here that you get a pretty good size of. And this, of course, is going to be from the cosine of x. And that has to equal 0. Now, here's how we're going to handle that. We're going to rewrite this so that cosine x is by itself. So we're going to subtract 1 on both sides. So the cosine of x equals negative 1. Now, if you're not sure what it is, now if you know what the graph looks like for cosine x, you can just use that graph or your mental vision of it. If not, that's cool. We can simply do an inverse cosine of negative 1. And that will equal our x. And if you do that, now, if you have it in, you're going to need to have this in radian form. So make sure your calculator is in radian form when you do this. This is calculus, so we tend to go with more radians than degrees, although I kind of go back and forth. I like the degree part of everything. Most of natural derivatives and what we get called integrations are going to involve radians, so I'm not going to get the habit of using that. But what you're going to get for x is 3.14. That is pi. So our value of x is going to be pi. So we plug that into the equation, y equals pi plus sine of pi. So if you type that into your calculator, well, sine of pi actually is 0, but if you don't know that, again, just type that right into your calculator. Again, make sure it's in radian form, and you're going to get an answer of 3.14. So that means your point of inflection of that part of the graph between 0 and 2 pi, or 0 and 360 degrees, is going to be pi, comma, pi. Okay? Number 63. Now we're going to get into a little more mathematics. They're going to play a little head game with you and make you really work on your mathematical manipulation skills. So number 63, they give you this equation. F of x equals x squared minus kx. And then they're saying that they want to know what the value is k at the tangent, in which the line is parallel or equal to, depends on how you want to look at it, the slope of the equation of, in this case, y equals 4x minus 9. See, I'm not really sure if they're implying that it's going to be equal to or not, but what we do know for sure that the slope is going to be the same for this as it is the tangent. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the derivative of this in terms of k here. So f prime of x is going to equal to 2x, and 2 goes down, subtract 1, and k is a constant, it's multiplying x, the derivative of x is 1, it'll be minus k. And that is going to equal to y itself as well, because that's what that is telling us right there. So that means then that these two equations, we are going to be I'm sorry, that equals the slope, not y, my bad. That equals the slope. We found the slope for this. And we said the slope here, well, what is the slope? This is the formula y equals mx plus b. So m is 4. That means this is going to be 4. So this is going to be 4 equals 2x minus k. So I'm going to rewrite this equation so that k is by itself. So I'm going to subtract 2x, so 4 minus 2x equals negative k. And then the k is going to be just changing all the signs, 2x minus 4. Okay? Now, like I said, this and this, this equation here is your y, this equation here is your y, so I'm going to put y right here, and these are, by transitive property, equal to each other. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put those together. Bring that back down a little bit. There we go. And we're going to have x squared minus kx equals 4x minus 9. Now, we know that k is this, so now I'm going to substitute 2x minus 4 in for this k right here. So this becomes x squared minus, parenthesis, 2x minus 4 equals 4x minus 9. Oh, and yeah, so what I get here is x squared minus 2x plus 4. Oh, this is an x right here. I knew something was missing. So this is 2x squared here, and this is 4x equals 4x minus 9. So this k comes in right here, and this x has to fall. I constantly do that. You gotta stop doing that. But, you know, look at my mistakes and try to learn from them if you can. So if we combine this right here, we get negative x squared plus 4x equals 4x minus 9. And because we have the same thing on both sides that are adding, they will cancel out as well. Or you can simply subtract 4x on both sides. They cancel out. It gives us negative x squared equals negative 9. Multiply both sides by 1. We get x squared equals positive 9, which means that x equals plus or minus 3. Remember, it isn't just 3. We have to look at both positive and negative values when you take the square root. So, in finding k, and that's what we're trying to find out, what is the value of k? K, we said, is 2x minus 4. So we'll take the positive 3 first. So 2 times 3 minus 4. Well, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. So when the value of x is positive 3, on one side of this curve, then the slope is, or the value of k is 2 in order to get a slope of 4. Remember, this is all about finding out what points on the curve for x is going to give us a slope of 4 on that, and that is 2 for k here, and for k is equal to 2 times negative 3 minus 4 equals negative 6 minus 4 is negative 10. So these are your two values of k in order to create tangent lines that have slopes of 4. Okay? Last problem.